Now, farmers in the Free State are counting the cost of the weekend's runaway Veld fires that caused widespread damage. The Ventersburg area has been especially hard hit, with scores of farms affected. Although the fire was contained in the end, the large-scale damage means people must start mop-up operations and prepare to rebuild. eNCA's Khayelihle Khumalo is tracking that story and joins me now from the area of Ventersburg. Kaya, so we've been hearing that the damage goes beyond, in terms of the area where you are, pastoral land, but also the lodges that have been affected, but also including farming activities. What is the sense from the government, the provincial government, of how widespread the damage is and how to respond to it?
Well, that's right, Caesar. So over 30,000 hectares of land have been affected here, and over 40 farms as well, and many other key facilities as well. As you know, where the Free State is located, it's where also the national route N1 is. So that's where also we saw quite a very devastating scenes over this past weekend. But you do understand also that the provincial government will be conducting assessment. They'll be awaiting a comprehensive report just to get a sense in terms of how they can step in, but to try and shed more light in terms of the intervention. Till says we're joined by the spokesperson from the Premier's office here, Mr. Peterson. So, sir, thank you so much indeed for your time. So let us look at your immediate reaction. Obviously, this is sheer devastation what we're seeing here.
Well, thanks for having us. Indeed, it is quite a serious setback economically. As you know that the COVID-19 has also visited quite serious challenges on our economy. You would, as you've correctly indicated, you would know that this is not the first Veld fire in the province. That is why we have declared it as a disaster in the province. It's quite a serious setback. We sympathize with the owners, and as government will be working quite closely with them. As you've correctly indicated, we are working very closely as well with the Fire Protection Association. We'll be conducting urgent assessment such that we are able to understand the extent of the damage. But in the interim, once that urgent report comes out, as the provincial government will be able to give the immediate relief, whilst we're waiting for the long-term relief, working together the National Disaster Management Unit.
And just once again, sir, the issue around food security. So when we see the farmers really affected, immediately we think about food security, and we know the importance that the Free State is playing. So far, do we know the extent of the damage to that effect around food?
Well, look, certainly you know that the Free State has always been the breadbasket of the country, and we're working quite hard as the province to ensure that we retain that particular position. And certainly this will be a serious setback in terms of food security. But the extent of the damage, like we're saying, will await the comprehensive assessment such that we are then able to be accurate in terms of the extent to which this disaster has actually taken the province backwards. But not only in terms of agriculture, including tourism as well. As you would know that it's a resort, and tourism, because of COVID, is one of the hardest hit, economic sectors. And it's one of those painful scenarios where you find that even though some of our entrepreneurs and businesses in the tourism sector are being hard hit, and then you have a disaster such as this one. So that is why we're saying, as government, we're moving in quickly to the space, assess urgently, find ways to ensure that we provide the necessary relief.
And just once again, sir, before I let you go, at this point, do we know exactly what's happened here? I know that you are waiting the reports in terms of the investigation, but at this point in time, do we know exactly what's happened?
Look, it would be quite dangerous to speculate at this point. It is important that we allow the necessary assessment to take place, such that as we respond, we are able to know accurately what the actual causes are, such that that also assists us in terms of determining the appropriate steps to take in ensuring that where possible, we prevent such disasters from happening. Because like we said, we indicated, it's not the first one in the province, so it's quite a serious concern. And let's wait for the assessment so that we have full details, and then we're able to take it from there. But we're quite concerned, and government has already moved into the space such that we're able to ensure that we assist our people.
All right, Mr. Peterson, thank you so much indeed, sir, for your time. Tilasize, of course, he is with the Premier's office here in the Free State, Premier Sisi Ntombela. So there will be an assessment that will be conducted just to try and determine the support to the farmers and some of the facilities that have been gutted here by fire.
All right. Thank you for that important reporting work there by Khayelihle Khumalo out in the Free State, tracking those fires and the impact that they've had in that particular province.